guys, hey. Shay, blessed Beltane to you as well. Oh my gosh, it's May 1st. Happy May Day, happy Beltane. Hey everybody, so we are going to be diving into the Pisces May 2022 reading. Whether you are a Pisces rising, Pisces moon, or Pisces sun, you are in the right place. Or if you have Pisces swimming somewhere else in your chart, or you're just trying to understand the Pisces in your life, welcome. And also, hey, if you just want to hang out, that's cool too. All right, so if you guys don't already know, my name is Tara. I'm with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot. And if you want to know a little bit more about me and my readings, check out my website, which is down below. But also check out the Leon Mystery School, check out the newsletter, which went out today. So thank you to the over 300 people who are subscribed to my newsletter. So if you're looking for witchy goodness, you're looking for recipes, channels that I'm watching, herbs that I'm using, decks that I'm using, etc., then definitely check out my newsletter. I don't play the spam game. All I do is send out my newsletter once a month. Also, Desert Cauldron, that is the shop that James from Light of Riga and I own together. Today is our anniversary for Desert Cauldron, so we decided to do something a little bit special. We have 15% off in the shop today, but we also put a new item into the shop. We've been working on these medicine bags for a while, so we put up 4 different types of medicine bags. We'll be adding more types in the future, but you guys definitely go check them out. We already sold one, so we're already having to restock. But yeah, so yeah, what's up, Cherry Bug? So yeah, we're really excited about those, and just know that anytime we have our magical tools that utilize animal medicine, we make sure that it is ethically sourced, because we do not want any harm coming to animals when it comes to our magical practice. And actually, like in general, we don't want any harm coming to animals, hence why we are vegetarian and vegan. So anyway, definitely go check us out. But today, dude, we are hanging with Pisces, and we're going to be checking out what is in store for you in May, today being May 1st. Okay, so I would like to cast ourselves a little circle, and I'm going to be doing some more like altar work and stuff for Beltane after this. But I have this awesome blue candle that I busted out just for Beltane. So let's give that a light. You guys get the brand new candle. Look at you guys. And let's let the fire burn down on the wick a little bit. I just want to incorporate all of the elements so that my intention is to clear our space using each of those elements. And then we'll be casting an elemental circle. You don't have to obviously be physically with me here in the room in order to get the benefits of that. It is energetic, so it doesn't know space or time. All right, so it looks like our little flame is growing. Hey! Okay, so let's bring in a bit of that air element using our Palo Santo. And do. There we go. Oh, smells so good. And then I'm gonna bring in a bit of that water element as well. Boop. Boop, boop, and a little bit for me because it is hot, you guys. It's almost 100 degrees and the sun has gone down. It's still freaking hot. All right, for the earth element, I have my wand here. This is a wand that I bought from James's shop a while back. It's eucalyptus, and we have these beautiful Brazilian quartzes on it. So for that earth element, I'm going to be calling in, starting with the elementals of the north, calling them in to help us to cast our circle today. Cat Renee, Abercat, hello. Okay, so calling in the elementals of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elementals of the west to help us to cast our circle today. All right, our circle is cast. Let our work begin, and so it is. All right, let's bring in a little bit of this Tibetan singing bowl energy. Just kind of, again, make the area as clear as possible, nice and high vibes, so that the messages are for our best and highest good and as clear as possible. All right, always sounds so good. Okay, so we are going to be diving into that monthly reading, and then we're going to look into 4 specific areas for Pisces for May. Hey, Michelle! And then we'll take a look into some opportunities, some blocks, and then we'll have a viewer's choice. So everybody who's in the chat today will be able to vote on one of 2 questions that I'll pull cards on. And then one of my fave parts of the chat is the healing using my tongue drum. So people have been enjoying that. I'm going to post some more questions for you guys on the YouTube forum, my channel's forum. Just I have an idea for the zodiac signs. Maybe we'll restructure it a little bit and possibly maybe change the time. So I want to find out what time is best for you guys, because some people have said maybe this time, because I know you guys are all over the world. So I'm just trying to find a time where we can all somewhat come together. Okay, so the decks that I'm going to be using today are the Daily Crystal Inspiration cards. And by the way, happy Beltane, everyone! The Essential Oil Oracle cards, the Playful Heart Tarot, my Wally's World Oracle, yay, Wally! And the link for this deck is down below in case you're interested. Also have my Witch's Tarot. Bum, ba, da, bum. Michelle said, I bought a tongue drum. Oh, you did? How do you like it? I just, I found that like no matter what you do, it just sounds beautiful. Oh, so I have inspired you. I'm so happy. I hope you love your tongue drum. I like to just, every once in a while I'm like do 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 do, and it's very nice for a quick little meditation for myself. I'm also going to use the Universal Folk Oracle. And lastly, the 100 Ink Animals Oracle. There are actually 100 ink animals in this deck, and those are the backs of those cards. All right, so let's dive into this reading. So James and I came up with a spread that was based on the season of Taurus. So it's Taurus themed, but I thought the questions were good enough for all of the zodiac signs and maybe how we can embrace some of that energy for this month. Okay, okie dokie. I'm like so jazzed up because like I love Beltane, because like summer's coming, and I am such a summer baby. I am a little sun worshiper. I am just the happiest when the sun is out. There is a time, yes, I guess, for fall and winter, but dude, when the sun's out, your girl is out there worshiping the sun. Michelle said, I do really like it. I am in the process of tuning it and playing around. That is so awesome. If you can, maybe on Patreon, if you get to a point where you feel comfortable, maybe send a little audio or something. I'd love to hear your tongue drum. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some cards. We have quite a few decks here, but who doesn't like to use a lot of cards, right? Okay, so with Wally's World, I'm going to be pulling a theme card for Pisces for the month of May. Now that we are officially in May, heck yeah. All right, Wally, what do you have for us? What is happening with Pisces in the month of May? Okay, Wally has spoken. The Wally Walito, the little puma, hath spoken. Okay. And yes, if you're wondering, is Wally a puma? Yes, he's a genuine puma. He might be an 8-pound puma, but he's a puma. Okay. I am going to use the Playful Heart Tarot for the 5 cards that I'm going to pull for the spread. And if you're wondering what those questions are, Roxana, hello, says, hi, love, it's been so long. Best wishes, same to you. Oh my goodness, welcome, welcome. So awesome to see you guys here today on May Day, on Beltane. Okay, so the questions, we're going to be diving into where Pisces has an excess of abundance. You know, we're always looking into what we can bring in, how we can get more abundance, but where do you guys already have an excess of it? And then since Taurus brings to mind boundaries, we're going to take a look at your boundaries as well. So the first card will be how to improve them and where your boundaries are already freaking badass and strong. And then we'll take a look at how you guys can form stronger bonds with others, since communication, friendships, and connection are something that Taurus is known for. Okay, and then lastly, our little Pisceans, what Taurian trait can you embrace this month? Okay, and I do believe every sign somewhere has Taurus placed within their chart. My Taurus place is in Chiron, actually. And I wouldn't say like I'm a super expert in Western astrology. I would consider myself an expert in Mayan astrology, but I'm trying to sync the two. I'm trying to get my knowledge just as good in Western astrology as it is in Mayan astrology. So working on it. Okay, and then also I'm going to be pulling an essential oil card for you guys that love to work with essential oils, or maybe you're a little green witch like myself and you like to work with herbs, and you might want to utilize that based on the messages that you get this month. Okay, so let's put those. And the final deck, the crystal deck, everybody who likes to incorporate crystals, maybe you like to throw them in your pocket. I'm pretty sure that in your jeans, that little teeny pocket, like with the bigger pocket, that's a crystal pocket. And ladies that like to wear the brassiere, I'm pretty sure that the brassiere was also made for crystals. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's figure out what crystal, maybe if you want to, maybe what crystal you might want to utilize for the month. Okay, bump, 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 and bump. All right, so let's dive into this, you guys. Let's take a look at the theme card first. Oh, okay. Pretty sure I pulled this for our zodiac sign Aquarius yesterday. So interesting. I don't know if you and Aquarius are going to be synced up, but you know, we'll see as we pull more cards in the reading. But let me tap into this one real quick. So actually, if you're wondering what this image is, it's a picture that I took, and I was walking through, there's like a winter Christmassy celebration that they have in Balboa Park in San Diego every year. And so I went to the top of the stairs near where the Natural History Museum is, and I turned around. It was a sea of people. It was like literally thousands of people that come out for that winter celebration. Okay, excuse me. So let me tap into this. Okay, Pisces. So the theme that I have for you for the month is, I know you guys, the sign for you is the fish, but I was literally getting this feeling like I'm drowning. You know, so there might be a lot going on for you this month, and if we aren't careful, we can easily become overwhelmed by all the goings-ons in the month. You know, I know that we have stuff going on at work, we have things going on at home, we have our, you know, friendships and all of these various areas of our lives, and it seems like it's just a lot at once. You know, individually they would be okay, but when you put everything together, I just see, like, for some reason, the little fish drowning, like, help, help, it's just too much. So we'll take a look at that and maybe how we can avoid this overwhelm, you know, how we can work with it instead of having it work against us. Okay, so let's take a look at our very first card here for where Pisces might have an excess of abundance in May. And we have the Ace of Cups. How appropriate, the water sign has a Cups card. Cat laughing about probably the little fish drowning. Okay, so where you guys have an excess of abundance, you guys have no shortage when it comes to the emotions department and the intuitions department. I'm getting more of the emotions department, but this is a good thing because there are many signs who have difficulties with expressing and acknowledging their emotions. So the more that you can hang out with maybe your earth signs and your air signs and your fire signs, you can help to remind them that their emotions are there to speak to them in a different language other than English or the language that you speak. Cat's like, yes, I was. So definitely this is a beautiful thing for you guys to have, that excess of emotion. You know, you guys just, you don't hold back, you just let it out, let it flow. And if other people are uncomfortable with that, it's probably due to their inability to understand their own emotions or to release their emotions. So continue, you guys, you be you, you do you, boo, because you're only going to help people acknowledge those wonderful, beautiful emotions that have a language of their own and helps us to understand them. Okay, let's go into the second card, which is boundaries. You guys ready for this? So where might your boundaries need a little bit of work? Let's take a look, Pisces. Ooh, the Hanged Man. So give me a moment, because a few messages came through. I want to make sure it's nice and clear. I don't want to confuse you guys. All right. So Pisces, what I was getting with this was the pause. When we get a lot of energy like this, like I said, we have a lot going on in our lives. Individually, it's okay, but when we put everything together, it seems very overwhelming. So if you're feeling pressured to just quickly get everything done and attend to this and attend to this and attend to this, we drop our boundary of self-care. We aren't allowing ourselves that time for pause and reflection after everything that we do. And since you guys do have an excess of emotions and you have a lot to share and teach people with that, there's so much that is lost with that. So as you guys are doing things, emotions are coming up for you, lessons are being learned, or lessons are out there for you guys, but maybe not possibly being heard or learned, or feelings understood, because we're so busy and we're so distracted by everything going on. So again, if you're feeling pressured to just quickly get stuff done, maybe try your best. I know we're human beings. Try your best to pause. Take a pause. Maybe tell people to take a chill pill. Just wait a second. I need a little bit more time to process. I need a little bit more time to center before moving on to the next thing. I'm not a robot. I'm a fish, actually. So pause and reflect is an area that maybe you could work on in your boundaries, is not feeling pressured to be so rushed to get through things. Okay, let's take a look then at where your boundaries are quite strong. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, and what I was getting here is like, I know this isn't the Justice card, but I was getting like justice, like wanting there to be a balance of things, wanting there to be a yin and yang, wanting there to be justice, wanting there to be karma in all its various forms. And so when it comes to boundaries, there is this making sure that anything you do, you try to do it as balanced as possible when it comes to doing the right thing, you know. And nobody's going to sway you when you believe you're doing the right thing. You know, whether it's helping another person, it's fighting for a cause, or it's a project that you know you just need to get out there and put it into the world. Nobody is going to stop you when you know you are doing the right thing. So hence I was kind of getting like kind of that justice feeling with you guys. So when it comes to those boundaries, nobody's going to stop you. You know, if other people are like, I don't think that's the right thing, I think you should do things this way, you're like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you right now. I'm off doing the right thing. I'm off putting that goodness out there. I'm off trying to help as many people as I can. And that is a very awesome boundary. Okay, so let's take a look at how we can form stronger bonds with others. All right. Because again, Taurus is very good with that. So let's see how Pisces, we can form those stronger bonds with others. And we have the Three of Swords. So like I said, you guys have this excess of emotion. You have a lot of feeling, a lot of heart that is here. But perhaps where many signs get caught up here in the mind, like me, I'm an air sign and I have a whole lot of air in my chart. I get caught in the mind, I get caught in the thinking, and it's very hard to hear sometimes has to say or my guidance has to say, because up here is like blah 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 blah, whereas you guys, the heart's like, let's go this way, let's go this way, and our mind may be saying a couple of things, but it's very drowned out by the heart's voice. And we are reminded that yes, we are spirit and we have a higher self, you know, our truth and everything's in our heart, but we're also a human being. And the ego is meant to somewhat help the human being here on this plane, but there needs to be a balance between the two. You can't be all ego, but you also can't forget that you're in a 3D existence. So we need sort of that balance between the 5D and the 3D, between the head and the heart. So if you're wanting to build stronger bonds with others, you're going to have to incorporate some of the logic and the 3D thinking, but mixing it in with your truth. So definitely don't turn down the truth. don't turn down your heart and what your intuition is saying. Just make sure that it's also balanced with the head and the thoughts and the 3D plane as well, because we exist in both worlds. So definitely going to help with building stronger bonds with others, because the others also exist in a dualistic plane. So we want to be able to be as balanced as possible when working with others, either in a work environment, at home, or amongst our friends. Okay, and the last one is a Taurian trait that Pisces can embrace. And we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so I see this as, well, for Taurus. Taurus can be a raging bull sometimes. Taurus can be intimidating when pushed. Other times it's just like, you know, Ferdinand in the fields, just smelling flowers and things like that. But when it comes to really putting their hoof down, there is no getting past a Taurus. So perhaps that is a trait that you want to get past, or that you want to embrace. I know Pisces, you don't have a hoof, you have scales. So maybe, the scale stops here. I put my scale down here, or I put my fin down here. There's no getting past me. So maybe by being more firm in your beliefs, opinions, and making sure they are being heard. I'm not saying like don't have an open mind to other thoughts and opinions, but if you have an opinion on something, you have a thought on something, your heart is trying to tell you to get something out, use that throat chakra, then I would say embrace some of that Taurian energy where you put that hoof down, say, hey, I have something to say. I have something to add to the conversation. I have ideas, I have thoughts, I have opinions and beliefs too. So definitely a great way to embrace that Taurian energy. Okay, let's take a look into an essential oil. Okay, so like I said, if you work with herbs or essential oils, perhaps this is one that you could utilize. All right, looks like we have Douglas fir. And you know what? I think I do have Douglas fir essential oil. Let's see what the keyword is here. Resolution. It says the statement is, in this moment, I am free. What the ego wants us to think is the past haunts me. So we want something that will help ground us, and remind us that we are free and sovereign beings. So resolution, let yourself be the one to heal the wounds passed down from your ancestors. The release and growth begins with you, just like the growth of a tree. And these trees stand a long, long time, as long as there's no human interaction. Like this Douglas fir. So maybe you don't have Douglas fir essential oil, or actual branches or leaves of Douglas fir, but maybe you have an essential oil or herbs that has that same type of energy where it is grounded, it is strong, and it reminds you that you are free. We often put ourselves in I would say mental prisons sometimes. We imprison ourselves and give ourselves rules, and it's very hard to break out of them. But a tree, there's no stopping the growing of a tree. You ever see cracked slabs on houses and how it can uproot things, those massive roots? They don't do it quickly, but they do it rather slow, and nothing is really going to stop a tree. So maybe if you guys have something on hand that is similar, go ahead and perhaps utilize it for this month. All right, a crystal. Ooh, we have unakite. You know what? I have a little piece of unakite, and it may be a little piece, but it is a powerful stone, you guys. And this one says, live in the now. And it appears as though everything is about now with this Douglas fir, this unakite, everything being within the present. You guys have all of this emotion. So perhaps us getting swept away this month is all about people bringing in stuff from the past, and maybe partially some of our past coming up for us and sweeping us off our feet so we don't get taken away by the current. We got to remember to come back to the present, make sure there's a balance between the head and the heart, working on those boundaries of giving yourself time to pause and reflect before moving forward. Okay. Okay, so I want to look into 4 specific areas for Pisces. So I want to look into health, wealth, love, and career. Okay, and so let's utilize the Witch's Tarot for that. Let me get nice and situated here. Okay, let's take a look into Pisces health for May. Pisces health for May. Boom, boom. And let's look into Pisces wealth for May. Pisces wealth for May and Pisces love. Pisces love. Pisces love. I know that's not how that Beatles song goes, but Pisces love. Okay, and Pisces here. Okay. Actually, that was Can't Buy Me Love, but I think it sounds better as Pisces love. Anyway. Okay. Let's take a look into Pisces health. All right. We have the 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Whoa, give me a moment with this one. I was getting an unusual message here. Oh, okay, Pisces. And I think this is going to be for perhaps not all of you, but a select group of you. When it comes to your health, I'm getting more of what you take into your body. So if you are, I know we all have our vices, right? You know, mine's chocolate. I mean, dark chocolate, I love it so much. But we can go overboard in our vices. So whatever you utilize to cope when times get, stressful, you might want to double check that you're not going to excess, you're not going overboard. So whether you cope with marijuana or alcohol or even exercise, you know, there is such a thing as too much exercise. Coping with, you know, our, I guess, retail therapy, things like that. So whatever you use when times get tough or you're feeling stressed out, just make sure that that vice doesn't become all consuming. And I'm getting really for the things that you take into your body, the things that you ingest. So this definitely has to deal with the physical body and the things that you put in it. So just definitely pause and reflect, you guys. Take time to pause and reflect before taking in too much is just what I'm getting here. Okay, so keep an eye on it. I'm not saying like don't stop the dark chocolate habit, but if you find, like myself, if you find that like every, I don't know, like on the hour, like more and more dark chocolate has to go in, whoa, I think that's a little bit too much dark chocolate for the day. So, you know, things like that. So just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Okay, let's take a look into Pisces wealth. And we have the 6 of Swords. Interestingly, we have so much swords energy. We had the 3 of Swords come up for how we can build stronger bonds with others. We had the 10 of Swords for health, and now we have the 6 of Swords for our wealth. I would say this month, keep an eye on your finances as best you can. I know for some people that's kind of a touchy subject when it comes to our money and finances, but we don't want to also avoid our finances and avoid those things like the plague, because we want to know exactly where our money is going. And I think the more that you take responsibility for that money, and the more control you feel you have over it. You know, the more you understand it and get to know it, I think the less fearful we are of money, and which actually helps to free up so we can bring in more abundance, right? Because we're not fearing money, not fearing that our money is going to leave us in one way or another. But I would say for the month of May, really keep an eye on it. Like, even get one of those apps where it's like called My Wallet or something, and you put in your groceries, rent, or mortgage, whatever it may be, and then maybe tarot decks and dark chocolate, you know, all of those things, and just kind of see where there might be an imbalance in your spending. Because again, the more knowledge that you have, the more power you have over money, and you understand it better, you feel better about it, you're less worried about it. When you're less worried about it, you allow more money into your life. So try and take charge as best you can this month. Try to understand where it is going. You know, how much of it is going towards your living expenses, how much of it is going towards food, how much of it is going towards gas and vehicle upkeep, how much of it is going to recreational items, and little things here and there like our tarot decks and other fun items. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. And then for love, Pisces love, okay. Okay, so this is a major arcana card. It's the Justice card, but I was just laughing because there's more swords in there if you hadn't noticed. All right. For love, actually, I was getting somewhat similar message to this card here, how we can form stronger bonds with others. And in some tarot decks with the scales here, sometimes we'll see kind of like the Egyptian view of weighing of the heart. Cat's like. So we have the mind here, and sometimes we would have the heart over here, so kind of weighing of the head and the heart. And I think that's something that's really going to come into play with your relationship. So if you're in a long-term relationship or you're just on the dating scene, I think again having a balance of head and heart is really going to help you to build stronger bonds, not only with the people around you, but with your love life as well. Again, you know, if we're just acting all emotion, you know, with our significant others, but not a whole lot of logic going on to balance it out, that's going to cause some issues. If we're on the dating scene and it's just like emotions everywhere and not a lot of logic, that is definitely going to cause some imbalances. So we want to make things as harmonious as possible, which means you're going to need a balance of the two. We can't be all logic and we can't be all willy-nilly with emotions just splish splash everywhere. So try and balance it out as best you can, you guys. Okay, so for improved relationships this month. Okay, finally we have career. All right, career, another major arcana card, and we have the devil. How many of you guys think that your boss is the devil? That's an interesting one. So if you have felt like a slave to your job as of late, where you got like, okay, maybe your boss isn't the devil, but I was just kind of getting this, get back to work, slave. So if you have kind of felt like that, like maybe your boss isn't the devil, but you have definitely felt this like, I feel so tied to it and it's so difficult and draining, and I feel like somebody's cracking the whip on me to like get things done, and that's definitely not a comfortable or fun place to be. So this might be a time, especially because it's a major arcana card, a time to really take a major look into your career. What are you doing for a living? Why, for this is probably not all of you guys, but why do some of you guys feel this way? Like, it is such a difficult thing just to go to work every day because it may feel so burdensome, so draining on our mind, body, and soul. What can we do to change that? Perhaps it's just, you know, a change in what you do within that job. Maybe it's the time you get there. Maybe it's the people that you work with, and just it could be as simple as having a sit down and talk with them, or maybe having a talk with your boss about how you're feeling, overwhelmed. Maybe you do need some time off, or it could be even bigger than that. It could be time to switch up that job. But definitely this is a time for a change. You can't keep going like this forever. You can't I mean, no, you're not a slave. You're a free human being. So please look into your health at work. You know, nobody should be cracking the whip on you. You should definitely not feel that way. Okay, and you guys, with all of those feelings, you know that those feelings are trying to tell you something. So try to be proactive and see what you can do to alleviate this feeling. Like I said, in the most extreme case, it might be time to seek out new employment, but otherwise it might just be having a talk with your supervisor, having a talk with people around you. And if this is you working from home, then you might be you might be the one cracking the whip on yourself, making yourself feel that way. In which case, why do you feel like you need to be under this much pressure? Like, why would you put that on yourself? And you know, might be a little bit of inner work that's needed there. Okay, I want to take a look into opportunities and blocks for May for Pisces, and I'm going to use the Universal Folk Oracle. Okay, all right, so Pisces, let's see. What opportunity do we have in store for us for May? Now that we're in May, yay! It's May, yay! Okay. And then what block may we encounter, and perhaps how we can overcome that particular block. Okay, La, Ti, and Da. Okay, so let's take a look at the block first. Ooh, we have celestial, possibility, connect, infinite, soul path. Okay, so this is where I'm getting this conflict. This card seems to be coming up a lot, so maybe that might be a lot of the cause of this. I don't know. You guys kind of run it through your filtration system with your higher self and see what you get from it. But I'm getting that although maybe in your heart there's something that you want to pursue and do, but perhaps the mind, this time, it's flip-flopped, where the mind is taking control over whether it should listen to the heart or not. Remember, we have to have a balance of the two. We can't be all this and we can't, you know, be all this with, because we're in the 3D world. So when you're feeling fear in going a particular direction, just know that is not coming from your higher self. Our fear is coming from our egos. And so if you're feeling blocked in that fashion, that's when you need to drop back into the heart, that thing that is guiding you all the time, talkative, and let it have a voice on this one. Okay? Actually, always let it have a voice. Let both of them have a voice, but let them balance each other out. So I have a feeling when it comes to where you feel comfortable going next, you know, next direction, next step in your life, because this seems to be, we're almost in the halfway point of the year that a lot of people are doing a lot of self-reflection. Like, where am I in my life right now? What do I want to continue doing in my life right now? Do I want to continue in this path? Do I want to continue in this job? Do I want to continue in this and this and this? This is a great reflection period. And so if you feel that you're being held back in any particular area because you're scared that this could happen or this could happen, you're correct. All of those negative things could happen, but also a lot of positive things could happen. So keep an eye on that too, and that might be the workaround for that block. Listen to the heart, listen to the heart. Let it be weighed against each other. Okay, and then an opportunity, yay! With April showers bring May flowers. We have duality, self-awareness, observe, release. Okay, so I have just this feeling kind of coming in that when it comes to conflicts, that, I mean, conflicts are always coming up for us, right? Because we're human and that's just what happens. But as conflicts arise, either conflicts in relationships or with other people or at your job, or, you know, whatever daily conflicts, you know, somebody cut you off in traffic, you know, whatever it may be, these minor conflicts, you have the opportunity to look at everything from a dualistic point of view, like I said, you guys have a lot of heart, you have a lot of feeling, and your mission this month and in the future is to try to weigh the logic, the 3D self, with the heart self, you know, the 5D, so the 3D and the 5D, just to try to balance them out, just so that you can easily navigate your way throughout this world. And you have an excellent opportunity to be able to look at things from both the 5D and 3D, which helps you to be more centered and grounded, and to make clearer decisions, and act out of a place of love and clarity when in conflict with others, you know, whether it's in your environment, like at work or at the grocery store or whatever it may be, thus creating a more harmonious month if you can do that dualistically. So you have a wonderful opportunity to do that. Like I said, Pisces, all that water, all that emotion, you know, you have a lot going for you. Listen to those emotions, but also weigh it with your 3D logic. Okay. Oh, all right. We have a chance to vote. So everybody who is in the chat right now, I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and you vote for the question that you would like me to pull a card on. I'm going to use these 100 ink animal cards. All right, so get your emojis ready. I'm going to have you vote with either a red heart emoji or a green heart emoji, or if you don't have access to your emojis, just type the words red heart or green heart. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Please vote with a red heart if you want me to answer the question, April showers bring Mayflowers. What lesson must be learned before my next biggest manifestation can come to fruition? Okay? Vote with a red heart for the question, what lesson must be learned before my next biggest manifestation can come to fruition? All right. Vote with a green heart if you would like me to answer the question, what outer truth am I ignoring? Again, vote with a green heart for what outer truth am I ignoring? All right, go ahead, cast your votes, everybody that's in the chat right now. So red heart for what lesson that needs to be learned before the next biggest manifestation could come to fruition, or vote with a green heart for what outer truth am I ignoring? All right, Kat has already popped in with the red heart for the first question. You guys go ahead and continue to vote. I'll just chillax here. I know some people are kind of in and out and near their computers. Michelle is coming in with the green heart. So if you're nearby your computer, your cell phone, go ahead and throw up either a red heart or a green heart. So far we're tied. 1 red, 1 green. And hey, if it comes to a tie, we have a tiebreaker sitting right over there. So, okay. I'm just going to continue to shuffle these. I'll give you guys some time. I know that, like I said, there's people in and out and some people not quite close to their computers or close to their cell phones. Okay. Cat's like, woohoo! Okay, so we will go to a tiebreaker. All right, are you guys ready? All right. James, red or green? Green. James says green. Okay. So that's 2-1. 2-1. Okay. So the green heart is, what outer truth am I ignoring? All right, my greenies, my little verdes. Let's pull this out. Corazón verde. What outer truth am I ignoring? Michelle's like, yay! Cat's like, James. Okay. Looks like we have our card. Let's put these back in their nifty little gold pouch. Alrighty. So let's take a look at what our animal medicine has for us. Michelle says he's been consistent with green. Well, I think it's because it's its favorite color. My favorite color is red, technically. It depends. Red or hemimorphite blue. For him, it's always green or purple. But since purple or hemimorphite blue weren't an option. Okay. Oh, we have Hummingbird navigate. All right. Hummingbird coming in quick with the messages. Well, I mean, hummingbirds move fast, so that makes sense that their message is coming quickly. Here's what I'm getting from Hummingbird for the outer truth that we may be ignoring, Pisces. Michelle's like, that makes sense. Um, when it comes to how our life is being played out for us at the moment, what direction it's taking, how we're feeling at work, how we're feeling at home, just know that we are in charge of the navigation of our lives. We are the captains of our ship. Michelle loves hummingbirds. Me too. My favorite thing is when I would be out like watering my yard and the hummingbirds would come and drink from the hose while I'm watering. That was just such a magical experience. But yeah, hummingbird is reminding us we are the captains of our ship. We decide how our life is lived and where we go. We may tell ourselves, just so that we feel better about it, we may tell ourselves, oh, but I can't. I am powerless over this particular situation, or I'm powerless over, doing this or that, therefore that's why I can't do the things I want to do, is because I'm powerless. When really you have all the power. If you don't like your job, you can always change your job. Some people come up with the excuse of, oh, I can't change my job because, it pays this amount of money. But have you looked into other jobs, or have you looked going into self-employment, and maybe not jumping ship right away from that job, but at least genuinely looking at other jobs, and maybe starting a side job while you're at the job. And then when you feel confident enough, you can hop jobs. You can do it that way. So yeah, changing jobs you can do. It's all about looking around with intent, instead of, oh yeah, I saw 2 jobs, didn't like it, so that's not looking. That's giving yourself an excuse. Other things people say, I don't like the area that I live in. Move. Oh, I can't move because all of my friends and stuff live here, my job is here. But we know there are many people that have moved states, hello, left their job behind and tried something else. Is it scary? Yeah, but it's doable. You can do it. You will be supported, but you really just got to pour your heart into it. So if you have felt like you don't have control of your life, know that that is a fib from the ego. The higher self is saying you do have control of your life. You are the captain of your ship. And I know there's a lot of people that would like to argue with this hummingbird and tell the hummingbird's wrong. No, 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 no. This is why I can't. This is why I can't. And we say that because it's more comfortable in the can'ts than it is for the cans. Because if we can do something, then that means that we're responsible for many things. And it could get scary where we go, but it also could be really awesome. Just saying. All right. The healing. My favorite portion of our reading time is our healing. So I have my tongue drum here. So I don't know, Michelle, if you have your tongue drum on you, maybe you want to play along. So I'm going to guide you guys through a little meditation. Nice and short, just a, couple of minutes, but definitely just so you guys can get nice and centered, nice and relaxed, and you can focus on the messages that you heard today. Perhaps not all of them connected with you, but which ones did, and what did they mean for you, and what do you want out of May? What do you want to bring in? I mean, we just freaking had a powerful new moon in Taurus yesterday. We're still kind of feeling those new moon vibes. We're also still feeling that solar eclipse vibes. We have so much going on energetically. We have the turn of the wheel today. We're in Beltane. Even our homies in the southern hemisphere celebrating that turn of the wheel as well. So there's a lot out there with all that power. What do you want to bring in? Because it's going to be triple fold right now. Really think, what do I want to bring in? And also, since everything is a cycle, as we're bringing things in, something has to be released. What do you want to release? Okay? Start getting that process going. And I want you guys to find someplace comfortable. So either on the floor like me, on something squishy, like a pillow or a towel, or lay down in a bed, get on the couch, sit in a chair. But just get yourself nice and relaxed. Kat said, good stuff. Okay. All right. Just get yourself in a nice, comfortable spot. Get your sit bones all situated. And if you can, straighten up the spine. If you're laying down, just make sure your spine is as straight as possible while you're laying down. And bring your awareness into your body. do a little scan of your body. Where do you feel tired? Where do you feel sore or tight? Where do you feel really loose or good? Just take a little inventory. And then move into the breath, bringing the awareness to the breath. What kind of breathing are you doing right now? Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it somewhere in between? We're just taking inventory, that's all. But now, on your next inhale, I want you to take a full and complete breath. That means inhaling not only into the lungs, but into the diaphragm and the stomach as well. Here we go. Nice big inhale. Hold. Exhale. Full and complete exhale. Belly button to the spine. And inhale again. Hold. Exhale. Complete exhale. And on your next inhalation, I want you to focus on your intention for the month of May. Today, May 1st. What do you want from this month? What do you want to bring in? What do you want to see multiply? Do you want to bring in a change of doing things? Do you want to bring in a new job? Do you want to bring in more money? Do you want to bring in a new way of doing things? What do you want to bring in? And on your exhale, what do you want to release? What do you want to let go of? Is it a belief? Is it a past trauma? Is it anxiety? What do you want to release? Just release. You're here in this safe space. And continue breathing in these intentions and breathing out what you want to release. And just know that it is a very, very powerful time for these intentions and these releases with this new moon energy. You are backed by the moon at this time. And now we're going to go into a visualization, if you will. Imagine energetic roots coming out from your legs and your feet, and that they're diving down through the floorboards, down through the concrete, down into the soil, driving deeper and deeper towards the core of Mama Gaia. And these energetic roots are met with all the other root systems on this planet, both energetic and physical. Let your roots tangle in with the physical roots of plants and trees. Let them tangle in with the energetic roots of crystals, of animals, and all the other humans on this planet. And realize you are all one. You are all a part of Gaia. And we have made our way to the core. I want you to wrap those roots tightly around Gaia's core. And know that you are grounded. You are protected. You are a magical being of this earth. And you are earth. You are water. You are terra firma. All together, you are Gaia's child. And I want you to breathe in that power up through those roots, up into your body, into your limbs, into every cell. I want you to feel it in your body. Feel it in every chakra. Feel it even behind your eyes, everywhere. As it moves up through your crown chakra and blasts up into source. Source energy feels this and explodes in bright white high vibrational light as it beams down through your highest chakras, crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root, ground star, down into your roots, the source energy moving down those roots, down into Gaia. There is a piece of source in Gaia and a Gaia in source, and you are this conduit of energy with these two energies dualistically within your body, and feel them healing you, strengthening you, reminding you of your power, and reminding you of your sovereignty. What a beautiful time to be alive. And as you continue this visualization and continue breathing and focusing on your intentions, I'll play a little bit of music, and you guys just continue those visualizations. All right, you guys, start bringing your awareness back into your body, wiggling your toes, your fingers, focusing on the breath once again. And when you're ready, open up your peepers, open up your eyes. All right, you guys, I thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope everybody had a lovely dinner, by the way. And like I said, I hope you had a great Beltane. I know some of you are still maybe doing some stuff. I'm going to do a little bit of altar work after this. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody who joined today, everybody who commented, popped in and out, and everybody who is subscribed to this channel, and everybody who gave this a thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel so that I can continue doing what I do, because I love what I do. I love helping you guys. I love bringing in a sense of community, and I love all of our interactions so that we can help each other grow and level up and help others in the process. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close up that circle. So I'm going to take my Beltane candle and blow it out. You guys make a wish. Go ahead, make a wish. And so it is. Kat said that was so beautiful. Well, thank you, thank you. I love that drum so much. Okay, and let's go ahead and close up the circle. So I have my wonderful wand here, and we're going to thank our elementals for having this beautiful circle for us here today. You're very welcome, Michelle. So thanking the elementals of the north for helping us to cast our circle today. Thanking the elementals of the west for helping us to cast our circle today. Thanking the elementals of the south for helping us to cast our circle today. And thanking the elementals of the east for helping us to cast our circle today. The circle is closed. Our work is complete. As above, so below, so as within, so without. Merry meet, merry part, merry do meet again. And so it is. All right, you guys. Thank you, thank you. And like I said, thank you to everybody who supports this channel. And also thank you to my patrons. I have some new patrons, by the way. Kat, you're so very welcome. So thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Surian, and Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, the Silver Wheel Witch, Kayla, Jason, Brian, and Charles. So thank you all so much, all of my Patreon homies and all of my YouTube homies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, I'm going to be putting a poll up on YouTube. I know that we have our weekly poll that I do with the 4 questions, but I'm going to be asking about a time that is best for everybody for next month for the zodiac readings, you know, because this is now the second month that I'm trying to do monthly zodiac readings. So we've been trying doing like 12 straight days of zodiac readings. I'm thinking maybe we'll go break it into elementals. So like we'll do a reading for the fire element and then some individuals for each of those fire signs. You know, we'll take a look into it and see what works best for everybody and what time works best for everyone, because again, this is your guys' channel too. So I will catch you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Have a good week, by the way, and a beautiful Beltane. All right, catch you guys later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.